Welcome to our channel. Today we journey back in time to the Arabian Peninsula in the 7th century to explore the fascinating life of Khalid Ibn Walid, one of the most legendary warriors in Islamic history. Born into the powerful Quraysh tribe, the guardians of the Kaaba in Mecca, Khalid's early life was steeped in the traditions of his people, renowned for their equestrian skills and martial prowess. Yet fate had carved a different path for him, one that would see him rise from the scorching sands of Arabia to become a pivotal figure in the nascent Islamic empire. Stay tuned as we explore his incredible journey, a tapestry woven with threads of conquest, faith, and extraordinary military genius. The sands of time have obscured the precise details of Khalid's birth, but his lineage speaks volumes. He was born into the Banu Makhzum clan, a prestigious branch of the Quraysh tribe, renowned for their wealth and influence within Mecca. Young Khalid would have grown up amidst the bustling caravans and lively marketplaces, his ears filled with tales of daring raids and tribal conflicts. The desert, with its harsh beauty and unforgiving nature, served as his training ground, honing his skills as a horseman and a warrior. From an early age, he displayed a natural aptitude for warfare, mastering the arts of swordsmanship, archery, and equestrianism. His early years coincided with a period of profound spiritual and political transformation in Arabia. The traditional polytheistic beliefs of the Arabs were being challenged by the nascent message of Islam, preached by the Prophet Muhammad. This new faith, with its emphasis on monotheism, social justice, and the brotherhood of man, was rapidly gaining converts, unsettling the established order. Initially, Khalid, like many of his tribe, opposed the Prophet and his followers. He fought fiercely against the Muslims in the early battles between Mecca and Medina, his military acumen already evident. Yet destiny had other plans. The seeds of change were sown after the Treaty of Hudaybiyah in 628 CE. This truce between Mecca and Medina allowed the message of Islam to spread further. During this time, Khalid began to reflect upon the changing tides. Drawn by the Prophet's message of peace and justice, Khalid embraced Islam in 629 CE, a decision that would have far-reaching consequences. Khalid's conversion sent shockwaves through Arabia, bolstering the morale of the Muslim community and instilling awe in their adversaries. The nascent Muslim community, though growing in strength, was still surrounded by enemies. The Meccan tribe, from which Khalid had recently departed, remained a formidable adversary. It was in this crucible of conflict that Khalid's military genius would be truly tested. One of his earliest and most significant battles as a Muslim commander was the Battle of Mu'tah in 629 CE. The Byzantine Empire had been encroaching upon the Muslims' northern borders. When the Byzantine governor of Syria executed a Muslim envoy, the Prophet Muhammad dispatched an army of 3,000 men to confront the Byzantines. Khalid, though a recent convert, was entrusted with a key command in this expedition. The Muslim army, vastly outnumbered by the Byzantine legions, faced a seemingly insurmountable challenge. The two armies clashed near the village of Mu'tah in present-day Jordan. The fighting was fierce and unrelenting. During the course of the battle, all three of the appointed Muslim commanders fell in quick succession. With the Muslim army on the verge of collapse, Khalid took command of the beleaguered force. Recognizing the futility of a prolonged engagement, Khalid made a strategic decision. He ordered a feigned retreat, skillfully disengaging from the Byzantine army while maintaining order. The Byzantines, believing they had gained the upper hand, pursued the retreating Muslims, only to be drawn into a carefully planned ambush. The Muslim army, seemingly on the verge of defeat, turned upon their pursuers with renewed vigor. The sudden counterattack caught the Byzantines off guard, throwing their ranks into disarray. Chapter 3. The Sword of Allah. The Battle of Mu'tah, though not a decisive victory, proved to be a pivotal moment in Khalid's career. His courage under fire, tactical brilliance, and ability to inspire his troops earned him the respect of his enemies and the admiration of his comrades. It was after this battle that the Prophet Muhammad bestowed upon Khalid the title Sayf Allah, meaning the Sword of Allah. This title was a recognition of Khalid's exceptional military prowess and his unwavering commitment to the cause of Islam. With his reputation as a brilliant commander firmly established, Khalid played a pivotal role in subsequent campaigns. He returned to Medina a hero hailed for his courage and tactical acumen. But the struggle for survival was far from over. In 630 CE, the Prophet Muhammad, leading a force of 10,000 men, marched on Mecca. Khalid, now one of the Prophet's most trusted commanders, led a contingent of the Muslim army. The conquest of Mecca was swift and decisive. Khalid, at the head of his troops, entered his former city not as a conqueror but as a liberator. Mecca, the birthplace of Islam, was now firmly under Muslim control. With Mecca secured, the Prophet Muhammad turned his attention to the remaining pockets of resistance within Arabia. Khalid was dispatched to subdue various tribes that still clung to their traditional beliefs. Chapter 4. Master of the Battlefield. Khalid's military genius was rooted in a deep understanding of strategy, logistics, and the psychology of warfare. He recognized that victory on the battlefield required careful planning, cunning maneuvers, and the ability to exploit the enemy's weaknesses. One of his most defining traits as a commander was his ability to adapt to changing circumstances. He assessed each situation on its merits and devised strategies that played to his strengths. This flexibility, combined with his keen, tactical mind, allowed him to achieve victory against seemingly insurmountable odds. He understood the importance of reconnaissance, often sending out scouts to gather intelligence. This information proved invaluable in his strategic planning. Khalid also recognized the importance of logistics in warfare. He ensured that his troops were adequately supplied with food, water, and weapons. This attention to detail played a crucial role in maintaining the morale and fighting effectiveness of his troops. But perhaps his greatest strength lay in his ability to inspire his men. He led from the front, sharing the same hardships and dangers as his soldiers. His personal courage and charisma earned him the respect and loyalty of his troops. Chapter 5. Legacy of the Sword. As the Islamic Empire expanded beyond the Arabian Peninsula, Khalid's military genius found new avenues for expression. The Sasanian Empire and the Byzantine Empire were two of the most powerful empires of the time. Under the Caliphate of Abu Bakr, the Muslim armies marched north, their sights set on the fertile lands of the Levant. Khalid was once again called upon to lead the Muslim forces against a formidable foe. His campaigns in the Levant are studied even today in military academies around the world. At the Battle of Yarmouk in 636 CE, he faced a massive Byzantine army. The Battle of Yarmouk was a clash of titans, a pivotal moment in the history of the Middle East. Khalid, facing an enemy that vastly outnumbered his own forces, knew that victory would require every ounce of his strategic genius. He carefully chose the battlefield, a rocky plain near the Yarmouk River. He deployed his troops in a defensive formation, utilizing the terrain to his advantage. The battle raged for 6 days, a brutal and unrelenting test of strength and endurance. Khalid, an inspirational figure amidst the chaos, rallied his troops. He directed the Muslim army with precision, launching carefully timed counterattacks. On the 6th day, the tide turned. A combination of Khalid's brilliant tactics, the unwavering faith of the Muslim army, and a sandstorm broke the enemy's resolve. The victory at Yarmouk marked the end of Byzantine rule in the Levant and opened the way for the rapid expansion of the Islamic Empire. Outro: an enduring legacy. Khalid Ibn Walid, the Sword of Allah, died as he had lived, a devout Muslim and a legendary warrior. His passing marked the end of an era, the closing chapter in the life of a man who had played a pivotal role in shaping the course of history. Yet, his legacy continues to endure, his name whispered with reverence by military strategists and history enthusiasts alike. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical stories. See you next time.